Why, hello, YouTube friends and family. It's Michelle at Pulse with a Purpose, and Happy New Year. I am here today with my very first dinner for What's for Dinner for 2022. And actually, it's not going to be a dinner, it's going to be a dip. And we got some snow yesterday, and it's going to be here probably for the next couple of days, lingering around. So I'm pretty much going to be staying indoors, and I wanted something to snack on, so I decided to make this dip. It's one that my mom makes quite a bit when she goes to parties and has to take something as a hors d'oeuvre or whatever. So I am actually halving this recipe because, like I said, it's just for me, myself, and I. So if you want it for several people or if you want something to take to a party, I would definitely double the recipe. But if it's just for you or one or two other people, I would say probably this will be plenty to stack around on for a day or two. So, what you're going to need, as you can see, I've already started browning up the hamburger meat. I've actually got it all browned up. So, I'm using a pound of ground beef. And then you're also going to need a can of Rotato, which I'm just using the Walmart brand. And you're also going to need a half a block of Velveeta cheese, which I've already put in the crock pot. And I am actually adding, this is not necessary or whatever, my mom doesn't do this, but I'm going to add a can of this Rico's Gourmet Nacho sauce because I just happen to have it on hand. So that is all you need. So, like, if you're going to make this for a party, you're going to need 2 pounds of ground beef, you're going to need 2 cans of Rotel, and you're going to need one big block of Velveeta cheese. So, I've got the hamburger browned. I've already threw the Velveeta, the Rotel, and the uh, Rico's cheese in the crock pot. So I'm going to drain this ground beef real good, and then I'm going to throw it in the crock pot, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alrighty, folks, here we are back, and I've done poured everything into the crock pot. So we're going to set this on high for maybe about an hour and a half and check it. Hour and a half, check it. And then if it looks good, we'll turn it off. If not, we'll keep it on. You could also do it on a low for about 2 to 3 hours if you'd like. But I'm just wanting to get this done so I can dig in and have a little midnight snack tonight. So yeah, I will come back and show you what it looks like once it's all melted and ooey gooey and yummy yummy. Alright, everyone, I'm back, and here it is all plated up, my dip, and my little dip bowl there with some chips, and I've done tried it out, and it was delicious. So I hope y'all will try this if you're looking for a new kind of cheese dip. Yeah, try this one out. It's easy, simple, and yummy, yummy, yummy. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, here is that potato peeler that I got at Christmas time. It's made by Starfit. It's called the Rotato Express, and I got it off of Amazon. This is the first time I've tried it. My mom has tried hers, and she absolutely loves it. Her and her husband both. They use it to peel apples as well. So I mean, it's a pretty much like a fruit and vegetable peeler. You can use other stuff too. I've seen them use like lemons and pears and stuff like that as well. So I've already got it on there, and I will do a more in-depth thing to show you exactly how to use this, but I just wanted to do this real quick because I'm wanting to make some potato soup, and it's late, and I just want to get it done. But I thought I would go ahead and show this because I don't know the next time I'll be peeling potatoes. And so basically you just have this little red button. You load your potato in, which is really easy. And then you just have this little button, and it is electric. It also takes batteries, so you have the choice. And you just push this button and watch this, guys. Hands free. And there it is. And it stops automatically. And then you just have like a little clamp back here that raises the cutter up, and the thing that's holding it in as well. There's like a little uh, like a needle looking thing. It's not real sharp either. This thing is, of course, the blade is that cuts it, but the things that stick into it, they're not extremely sharp. But you just pull that up and then undo your potato. So, yeah, 2 thumbs up for me. Of course, you just have to peel just a little bit there, and then there's a little bit at the bottom. But that beats peeling a whole potato, because I don't know about you guys, but when I peel potatoes, it cramps my hands up. So, yeah, this thing gets 2 thumbs up for me. And like I said, the next time that I do potatoes and stuff, I'll do a more in-depth review on it and show you exactly how it works. Bye-bye. So here is the box that Rotato came in. I thought I would show it. And again, you can get these on Amazon. I think they were like $20 when I got them. Because I got one for me and I got one for my mom. And I'm telling you what, this thing is a game changer when it comes to peeling potatoes. I actually used it. I actually used this and a slicer that I actually got when I first moved into my apartment. I bought it off of HSN, and it's one of those slicers where it's kind of long, and it just has like 3 different blades that you can put in it, and then you like put your whatever it is you're wanting to slice. You put it down on the little blade. The blade's probably like, I don't know. Um, it's not real big. It's a round blade. But anyway, you put whatever it is you want to slice down on that, and then it's got like a lever that you pull down, and it just slices it. I'd never used it before, and I thought I'm going to use that to slice and dice my potatoes, because peeling my potatoes and slicing and dicing them are the 2 worst things when it comes to making potato soup, because it's so time consuming. And I'm telling you what, using those 2 things was a complete game changer. I will use that slicer dicer thing now for like slicing and dicing onions, green pepper or bell peppers, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it was so easy. Um, so yeah, I'm glad I used that. So yeah, but this Rotato, it is awesome. I definitely highly recommend it. Hello, YouTube friends and family. It's Michelle, and it is Sunday night, and we are getting ready for dinner, and we are going to make some Philly steak sandwiches, and I'm going to use these Steakums. I've never used these before, but we're going to try them out. And I just like my Philly steaks with steak and cheese only, so we're going to do that. And then I'd also seen where someone had used um, mayonnaise on their Philly steak sandwiches. So I'm going to try that as well, see if I like it. So I pulled out my Duke's mayonnaise, got my sub buns. I think I'm also going to make a Caesar salad for the side, and I may also make some um, waffle fries as well in the air fryer. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to use to make these Philly steaks. Ta-da! There's my new little gadget that I got from QVC. And yeah, I'm going to use this bad boy tonight for the first time. So hopefully this all goes well and it's not a big hot mess. But my mom has an outdoor Blackstone, so I've watched her use it. So just going to kind of copycat what she does. But I get the pleasure of doing it on the indoors instead of outdoors. So, yeah, we're going to give this bad boy a try, and we're going to take you along for the ride. And I'm sure the hot mess that it's going to be, because I just have no faith in myself when it comes to using kitchen gadgets for the first time. So we'll see how this turns out. Wish me luck, and we'll be back. Alrighty, guys. We are cooking on the flat top. It's gonna take some getting used to, but I know once I get used to it, I'm gonna love it. Plus, I've never made these steakums before. This isn't really what I was wanting to use, but I didn't have what I was wanting to use. I was wanting to use the sirloin steak stuff that comes from Walmart in a box. But I thought I had some in my freezer, and I didn't. So, but I have this. So, we're going to roll with it. I'll be back. Okay, guys. We are just about done. As you can see, like I said, this is going to take some getting used to, but I think once I learn the ropes, I'm really going to like it. Whoop! Lost that baby. Okay. One. There's two. And the last one. Scoot it down here. Alrighty. There you have it, folks. I'll be back to show it to you. I'll plate it up. Alright, Pulse with a Purpose gang. I'm back with the final product. I have no idea what I got taped and what I didn't have taped, just like I thought. It was a hot mess. It's going to take some getting used to. I mean, I've watched my mom, but it's a completely different thing when you're doing the cooking. I think my biggest mistake was I had it turned up too high, which my mom, I should have knew, because when my mom first got hers, that was one of her biggest mistakes, was having it turned up too high and everything getting done way too quickly. So, next time, yeah, I'm definitely going to turn it down, let it cook slow. Yeah, it was a mess. I had breakers going off because I had too much stuff plugged in at once, so I couldn't do my french fries because it kept shutting the breaker off. I tell you, it was a hot mess. Like I said, I don't know if I got anything of the actual grilling recorded. I'll have to go back and look. If not, This is what it looks like. I did take a little small bite, and it is really, really good. And I will eventually learn to love this Blackstone knockoff. Um, it's just going to take some time to get used to on learning how to cook on it and stuff. But I do really, really like it. And, I like the options that I have with cooking on it and stuff. But here we go. This is the Philly steak sandwich, my Caesar salad, and my french fries. So I'm going to go chow down. And as I get more used to cooking on the grill, I will show more. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hello, YouTube friends and family. It's Michelle, Pulse with a Purpose. Tonight we are going to try a new recipe. It's called spaghetti pie. Sounds pretty simple, look pretty simple, so, gotta love a simple meal. So we're going to give it a try. I got this idea from Taylor Elmore here on YouTube, and I'm pretty much following the recipe that she did. I'm going to tweak it just a little bit. She actually tweaked the original recipe herself, and then I'm going to tweak a few things that she did as well. But basically, in order to make it the way that I'm going to make it, you're going to need some mozzarella cheese, some Parmesan cheese. You're going to need a tablespoon of butter, 1 egg. You're going to want some spaghetti. It calls for 5 ounces of spaghetti, so this was a 16-ounce box, so I'm just going to use a third of the noodles that are in the box. It also called for a cup or 8 ounces of cottage cheese. I am going to use ricotta instead of cottage cheese. I like either one, but I prefer ricotta over cottage cheese. I just think it gives your meal a little bit of a richer taste to it. So we're going to try the ricotta. So like I said, you're going to need a cup of that. And then you're just going to have to make your meat like the way that you make your spaghetti meat or whatever. You can either use ground beef or Italian sausage. I'm choosing to use ground beef because that's usually how I make my spaghetti meat. And then it had directions on how to take pizza sauce and then kind of juice it up to make it like a marinara and stuff. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use what I use when I make spaghetti sauce, which is Ragu traditional style spaghetti sauce and a can of cream of mushroom. So this is how I'm going to make it. I'm actually using a pound of spaghetti meat or a pound of ground beef, and it only calls for a half a pound. So I'm going to take half of my ground beef mixture once I add the marinara and the can of cream of mushroom to it. I'm just going to half that and then put half in a container. And then I'm probably going to make Meatball Subs one day this week with the other half. So yeah, for this recipe, you're only going to need a half a pound of whatever kind of meat it is you're using. So that's that. So we're going to get the noodles on because that's the first thing you need to do is to cook your noodles to directions on the box. So that's what we're going to do. So we got the water boiling and I added some garlic salt to the water already. So now it is time to start adding the noodles. down in there good. So we're going to let them boil again for about 9 to 11 minutes, and we're going to come back and I'll show you what's next. I've put my pound of ground beef in a pan and I am browning it up right now. Once it gets browned, then I will drain it and I will add my spaghetti sauce and a can of cream of mushroom. If you want to add like onions, peppers, which the recipe did call for that if you wanted to do that, you would want to do that while you're once you've browned your meat and drained it and start adding your sauce and stuff like that. That's when you would add your onion and all. Well, actually, you can cook your. What I would do if I was going to add onion, I would actually cook it with a hamburger meat probably. But you can do it that way, or you can do it when you add your sauce. I guess either one. So just whatever your preference is. But yeah, we'll be back once this gets all brown or all browned up, and then I'll show you the pasta sauce and the can of cream of mushroom. Draining the pasta now, running cold water over it. And I'll be right back to show you what's next. Okay, I drained my pasta real well, and now what I am going to do is, and I ran cold water over it, so I poured it in a bowl, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of butter, and then I've beaten 1 egg real well. I'm going to pour that in there, and then we're just going to mix this real good. I don't know. Maybe I was supposed to melt this better. Because it's not. Much as far as melting, because I had to run the cold water over the pasta, so the pasta is no longer warm. It's starting to melt. Okay, so I'm going to continue to mix this until the butter melts, and then I'll show you what's next. Okay, guys, I added the egg like you saw, and I also added the butter, and I got that all mixed real well into the pasta. And I also forgot you were supposed to add your Parmesan cheese then as well. So I went ahead and added that, but it's not on film. But you take about a third a cup of Parmesan cheese and add that to it. And then you drain the pasta again real well. And so that's what I'm doing right now over the sink. Trying to get all the moisture out of here. Okay. And so what I have here in front is a 9-inch pie pan. And I have greased it real well. So you'll want to spray it. And we're going to pour our pasta into this pan. And then what you're going to do is you're going to want to make like a pie crust. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what's next. Okay, I've got it all spread out in the pie pan real well. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take either your ricotta or your cottage cheese, whatever you're using. Like I said, I'm using ricotta. And it said to use a cup. So this is, I think it's 15 ounces. So we're just going to use about half of the container. Just eyeball it. And basically what you're going to do is put that mixture right here in the middle. Okay, that looks pretty good. Actually, just take a little bit of that back. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just spread that out really nicely here to make like a layer. And I am going to come back once I get this all spread out real nicely, show you what's next. And we'll be back. Alright, that's what it looks like once you spread it out and made your layer. And now what's going to come next is the meat sauce. And I'm going to show you what that's looking like. Here is the meat sauce. It's all finished. I went ahead and added the pasta sauce and the can of cream of mushroom. And I'm just letting it have been letting it sit here on the stove, simmering, and it is ready. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I used a pound of meat. So I'm just going to break this up half, and I'm going to pour half of the mixture on top of that ricotta cheese, and I'll show you what it looks like once I've done that. Alrighty, folks, we got the marinara spread on top of there. And I did forget to tell you in the beginning, you need to preheat your oven to 350. And this is going to bake in there covered for about 20 minutes. And then you're going to pull it out and you're going to add cheese to it. But I'm going to add cheese before as well. So this is optional. But, you know, I figure the more cheese, the better. So, and this is just mozzarella cheese. And we're going to cover this, like I said, with foil. We're going to put it in our preheated oven at 350. We're going to bake for 20 minutes. Pull it out. We're going to add some more cheese. Put it back in the oven. and bake for about 5 to 10 minutes or until all the cheese is completely melted and it looks ooey gooey fabulous. So I'll be back to show you once I pull it out of the oven at 20 minutes what it looks like. Okay, we're going to put these in the oven. And the pie is just about ready to come out, so be back in a minute. Just took this bad boy out of the oven, and this is what it's looking like. So I took the foil off. I'm going to add some more mozzarella and what little leftover Parmesan cheese I had in the bag. I'm going to go ahead and add that as well. Put this back in the oven, and I think I'm just going to put it on broil and let it broil for a couple of minutes until the cheese gets all nice and brown and ooey gooey. And I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Here it is, guys. Just came out of the oven, all piping hot. Does that not look delicious or not? I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes, and then I'm going to cut it, and we will plate it up and be back to show you what it looks like. Spaghetti pie, anybody? OMG. Here it is, all plated up. Look at that nice slice of spaghetti pie. Oh, I can't wait to try this. So, looks really, really good, and I must confess, I didn't try to bite, and it is delicious. So, so good. So, I hope you'll give this recipe a try, and if you do, let me know, because it's 5 out of 5 stars for me. Yummy, yummy. Hey everyone, it's Michelle at Pulse with a Purpose. And tonight, I'm making something easy. It's from leftovers from the other night when I made the spaghetti pie. If you watched that, then you'll know I made, I only needed a half a pound of ground beef mixture, and I went ahead and made a pound, and I split it up. And so I cut the other half of that, and I'm putting it on the stove right now to warm up. So I'm going to use that to make meatball subs tonight. I have showed my video on how I do that, so I'm not really going to go too much into detail on how I do it. I'll link that video down below. But yeah, so I've got my meatballs, I got my provolone cheese, and then I'm going to use this bread that I got over at Walmart a while back, and I froze it and I just thawed it out. It's the Everything Italian loaf, so I've never tried it before, but it looks really, really good, smells really good. So we're going to try that tonight for our subs. And yeah, so I'll be back to show you more in a little bit. Okay guys, I'm back. I'm getting this all ready. I decided, well, sorry about that, folks. I just opened something up in the refrigerator, and something decided to come flying out at me. Alright, here's my hamburger mixture. I just added the meatballs and warmed them up until they were fully warm, because they were already cooked. They're just the bagged meatballs. I've never made my own meatballs just because I like the convenience of the bagged ones, and they're good. So one of these days I might try homemade meatballs though. So the only thing I want to do to this is I have just a little bit of Parmesan cheese shredded. One of these bags like that. I've just got just a little bit left in here, and I want to use it. So I'm going to turn the heat off on here. It's already cooked. And we are just going to sprinkle that mozzarella all on top. there we go. So, now we gotta do, add this to the subs, put them in the oven for probably about, I'm going to say 8 to 10 minutes. It usually doesn't take very long. And on 350 degrees, and then we'll take it out, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'll plate it up. Like I said, I've got a video to how I make my subs all, step by step. And I will link that video down below. Be right back. Just took this bad boy out of the oven, and look at that melted cheese and all that yumminess just oozing right out of there. Fixed me a couple of garlic knots as well. But yeah, I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes, so when I cut it, it doesn't completely fall apart. And then I'm going to show it to you all plated up. Doesn't that look delicious? Holy moly guacamole! Look at that sandwich. Does that not look good or what? Yep. I cannot wait to tear into this, and I am going to say I tore off a piece of this everything bread, and it is delicious. So, if you ain't never had it, pick you some up at your neighborhood Walmart in the deli section. It's called the Everything Italian Bread. So good. So, yep, I'm going to go dig into this bad boy, but that's what's for dinner tonight. See you later.